Kasama pa rin natin si NBI Director Attorney Melvin Matibag. Attorney. Ayun. Gusto ko talagang sulitin ang gabing ito dahil ang dami kong tanong. Okay, quick question. Si Bato, nahuli ba? Hindi.
Di pa nahuhuli.
Hindi pa nahuli.
Oo.
Bakit lumabas yung fake news na yun?
Huli na, naging bato pa.
Alam ko si Attorney Jimmy Bondoc may nilabas na cryptic post noon. Pero syempre, halos lahat ng tao biglang tinanong ang PNP, tinanong ang NBI.
Oh, yes, oo.
So, wala man lang usok?
Wala kasi sa ngayon, honestly, we are conducting surveillance pa rin sa kanya.
But we know where he is. The government knows where he is.
We're hoping na yung aming lugar na binabantayan is nandoon siya.
Yung intelligence na properly used ang intelligence funds.
Yes. Properly, tsaka maliit lang yung, wala kami, confidential funds lang kami.
Okay, grave threats. Finally, final na po ng DOJ. Ang alam ko, NBI, hindi lang nag-investigate but filed it before the DOJ as a complainant. So, ano ang sentiments or feeling ng NBI ngayon? Kayo, vindicated, proud?
Well, kausap ko yung, sila Agent Kalilong to, at saka si RD Lotok, sila yung nag-develop dyan. That's based on the report. So, kausap ko lang si RD Lotok kanina, and of course, they're somehow relieved and happy na at least kinatigan yung kanilang findings, at least on the grave threat. Kasi there were 2 cases, the inciting to sedition, saka yung grave threat. At least doon sa grave threat, pumasok.
Yun naman talaga yung mas swak.
Yes, and I think it was already been rappelled dito sa Quezon City.
Okay. So happy si Attorney Lotok, one of the main drivers of that. Third question, PGMN. Ano pong update sa court status nun? Kasi if I recall correctly then, NBI, aside from investigating, filed a complaint, and syempre ang gagamiting witnesses in court ng prosecution is the NBI.
That's right.
Or
It's ongoing. The case ongoing. May
Trial proper.
Trial proper, yeah. Trial proper.
So sinasalang na po yung mga NBI witnesses?
Hindi pa ngayon. I have to check kung anong talagang exact status niya. But it's already pending sa court.
And the accused are on bail?
Nakabail lang sila.
Dati po sinabi nyo na parang ini-investigate nyo din si Miss CJ Hero. May update po ba doon?
I have to check with CCD. Meron kasing nagreklamo sa kanya, pumunta ron si former Congressman Marvin Rillo.
Okay. So, ongoing pa din?
Yes,
if ever.
still ongoing.
Okay, fourth. Siyempre, ito, 18 Maleta Boys. Meron po mga 4 or 5 na nag-recant. Talagang nagpa-interview po sa mga journalists. Tapos nakita na po natin yung affidavits nila recanting. Ang tanong ko po sa inyo, kayo yung isa sa mga una, if not the one who said noon na bayaran itong mga Maleta Boys ng let's say to the tune of 5 million. Yes. Do you feel vindicated and proven right again? Kamusta?
Yun yung sinasabi ko, that at least are yung findings namin when we investigated tong 18 individuals na to. Sabi namin, ang conclusion namin, unreliable witnesses. So at least doon pa lang, hindi natin alam kung alin sa dalawang istorya yung totoo, pero
inconsistent.
Yes, pag tiningnan mo sa court of law at saka sa atin, sa mga lawyers, we'll say na teka muna, mukhang mahirap yata na isa lang to na testigo natin.
So from the very beginning, hindi nyo sila gagamitin, if ever. Kunwari kayo, may kaso kayong gagawin against anyone, na flood control investigation or what. From the very beginning, you never thought of using them as witnesses?
At least initially on the onset, kailangan palalimin. Kasi kung saan ba sila pwedeng magamit or hindi, di ba?
But do you agree with Malacanang? Like si Yusek Claire Castro na sabi nga niya na from the very beginning, unreliable na itong 18 Maleta Boys.
Yun yung findings ng NBI. I think we will stand with the findings of the Bureau.
Medyo tough question, no? Siyempre si Ombudsman, parang he is pressed or forced to use this Maleta Boys for a certain purpose, no? What do you think? Kasi kayo, Malacanang and NBI, mukhang from the very beginning, unreliable itong 18 Maleta Boys. But the Ombudsman, of course, it's an independent body. They're using or they tried to use. Ngayon, nag-recant.
That's exactly my answer. Ombudsman is an independent constitutional body. So baka may nakita sila na hindi namin nakikita.
Okay. Ayoko naman kayong pag-awayan. I just have to ask kasi makikita talaga ng tao.
Well, saka baka meron namang ibang kinakatiga. I've never seen the entire complaint with regards to the former speaker. So baka naman merong iba na tinitingnan pa.
Okay.
Lang yun sa 18 na nanggaling.
Hopefully. Kasi ako, in my opinion, of course not your opinion, Director, no? Since nag-recant na, mahirap na mag-stand yung kaso using the Maleta Boys, kahit na mag-away-away sila in terms of their own testimony. Okay, iwanan na natin yan kasi, ayaw kitang tumutin na tough spot, Director. Punta tayo sa honey trap plot with former Congressman Jing Paras. Ano na pong status nung subpoena with not just Kong Jing Paras na sumagot na, but also with the 4 or 5 alleged lawyers na kasama nila to make the plot?
They're supposed to attend to the subpoena issued to them tomorrow. Pero nakatanggap na ng sulat yung NCR asking for a postponement to a later date, which is sa August 17.
So next week pa?
Yeah, sabi ko, nung tinanong ako, sabi, bigay nyo. Pagbigyan natin lahat ng gusto nila so that they can be afforded the process.
And napangalanan yung ibang mga lawyers dito. So, do we expect next week for Attorney Rui Rondain to personally appear before the NBI?
Well, based on the letter na pinadala nila, mukhang yun yung gagawin nila. That they have to appear personally dahil yung reason nila for not attending tomorrow is personal. So, ibig sabihin, tomorrow, maybe they're not personally available. On the 17th, they will personally attend. I hope they will attend personally para mas mapaliwanag.
But what is the connection of these 4 lawyers? Of course, usually ang lawyers, we give them deference na quote-unquote, they're just doing their job to represent a client or to advise certain people of their rights, you being a lawyer as well. So, why is that? What's their connection with the case?
Well, based on the testimonies, the testimonial, yung mga affidavits na nag-gather namin, it looks like na kasama sila rin sa pag-uusap, doon sa plano. Whether it's true or not, hindi pa natin tayo nag-arrive doon sa conclusion na yon. Pero lumalabas doon sa story na kasama and may lumabas na pictures, CCTV sa social media na nandoon talaga sila nag-uusap.
Baka po sabihin nila, ay kinoconsult lang nila kami as to their legal rights kung gagawin nila to. Anong mangyayari?
That will be part of the question pag dumating sila doon sa patawag natin.
Pero meron na ding mga allegation na lumabas from news reports na meron ng mga prepared affidavits daw from this law firm or lawyers of Attorney Rui Rondain na binibigay na lang doon sa talent manager or doon sa mga babae for them to sign. So, how should we appreciate that? Not just as lawyers, but in terms of crime. Anong mangyayari kung meron bang ready-made na affidavit, papapirma na lang sa'yo, hindi mo naman talaga yan experience, pero sabi, just sign.
Well, yun yung tinitingnan natin, no? Kasi sa kanila rin ang galing, sa kampo rin nila, na sinabi, nakita ko, may affidavit, I know, you know kung sino yung sinasabi kong lawyer na nagsabing ganon. So, bakit merong nakareding ganon? And ibabangga natin doon sa kwento nung sila alias Jen, alias Ken, na yun yung kinikwento rin na merong inihanda na yun yung magiging testimonya namin. So, pag tiningnan mo yan, meron criminal liability somehow eh.
Okay.
At the very least, pero ding kung kasama talaga itong mga lawyers, yung ating CPRA natin, medyo...
At the very least, unethical.
Unethical.
Kung hindi man criminal, but it looks criminal.
Unethical.
It smells criminal. Unethical.
Well, I'm looking at the pwedeng cases, marami eh. Maraming pwede. Assuming na
yung buong kwento ay totoo na
yes, yung
talagang
testimony.
nagkakonsyaba silang lahat. Kong Jing Paras, talent manager, the women, the lawyers, nagkonsyaba sila to make an accusation that is false in relation with parang shenanigans in terms of using the women. Ano po ang possible crimes?
Tinitingnan nga natin, sabi ko, at human trafficking, kung hindi man consummated, may attempted dyan eh. So, pwede dyan. Tapos, kung talaga nagkasundo, there should be conspiracy na. Then yung cybernation of perjury, yung para maging false witness ka. Kung hindi man completed, pwede rin pumasok sa attempted yan.
Oo, kasi yung sa revised penal code.
Article 6, di ba? Na sinasabi doon.
Attempted, frustrated, or consummated.
Yeah, so meron. Tapos ano yung participation? Sino yung nagbayad, di ba? Sino yung nandoon mismo na nagkukumbinsi. Saka titingnan natin the very nature and personalities ng mga involved. Lahat sila.
Kapag ikaw ay nagbayad, pwede kang principal by inducement.
Yes.
Nag-induce ka eh.
Yes.
Pero balikan natin si Kong Jing Paras. So sila nakasagot na. Initially, I think, sa subpoena ng NBI, no? Ano ang take nyo sa sagot niya? Plus, itong parang recent na lumalabas sa mga interviews nila na ang side nila ay yung talent manager pa ang actually actually nag-offer ng storya sa kanila, plus kung nagbigay man sila ng pera. Ito, very recent lang to,
Yan.
na kung nagbigay man sila ng pera, 5
Financial
million
assistance.
or what, financial assistance kasi kawawa naman, malaking tao yung babanggain, so kailangan nila ng parang financial buffer. What can you say to that?
Those will be considered. Lahat yan i-consider natin, ano. Pero yun yung storya niya eh. And I'm looking at the affidavit na sinagbit nila, no. Parang mga general yung denial. Kaya nga ako, I posted a question, categorically, do you deny na nag-usap kayo nitong si alias Ken?
And they denied, initially.
Na ang sinasabi dito at ano yung pinag-usapan. Initially sabi hindi.
Opo.
Then eventually sabi nag-usap kaya lang para mag-produce ng pelikula. So probably may puproduce sila. I just don't know kung pelikula yung ipoproduce nila.
Nag-admit sila nung may lumabas ng mga CCTV
Yan
na
Nag-iba na.
photos,
Nag-iba na.
which one of them I obtained, and CCTV footages na may mga naglabas na
Sa
journalists.
GMA, oo.
Pero
Actually,
tough question, sa inyo ba galing yun? Kasi
No.
ina-accuse kayo
No.
ni na Kong Jing Paras, Attorney Mark Tolentino, and Attorney Topacio of trial by publicity. What can you say
Doon
to
nga ako nagtataka. Why are you assuming na sa amin? That is a CCTV footages eh. Ang mga reporter nakakakuha ng mga ganyan eh. And ikaw, there is a reasonable expectation ng privacy pag nasa public eh. So ngayon uso na yung CCTV eh. So kami, susulatan nga namin si GMA kasi sa kanila nang galing
GMA
kay Jan
News.
Consulta
Opo.
to request him to provide us with that copy so we can authenticate and validate. Because may steps yan eh. Hindi naman porke dyan yung CCTV, tatanggapin na namin. We have to validate it. Sino kumuha, paano nakuha, paano na-obtain.
Kasi pwede namang manggaling yan sa establishment mismo.
Exactly.
Or whoever operates that CCTV.
Yes, yes.
Diba? Pero ang tanong ko, nagrereklamo din kasi sila Kong Jing Paras at yung lawyer niya na may pinakita daw ang NBI na CCTV pero yung pagpasok at labas lang daw. Yung actual na nakaupo sila, nag-uusap-usap, wala daw sa kanilang pinakita kaya gulat daw sila na trial by publicity na may lumabas na ganitong mga footages.
Well, actually, gusto nga rin namin to get hold of that eh. Hindi nga naman kami obligated as an investigating unit na magpakita ng mga ebidensya para kontrahin nila eh. Hindi pa doon yung proseso eh. Alam naman natin, kung final na yan sa piskalya at may kaso na, that's the time you will
Saka
be
pa lang.
confronted with all the evidence, di ba? And then sa court pa rin i-determine kung ano yung value ng evidence na yun at kung admissible ba yan o hindi.
Kasi sa complaint affidavit, naka-attach dapat lahat ng mga annexes
Correct.
or evidence. But just to educate the public, sa sinabi nyo, baka madami kasing hindi nakakaalam nun. Alam nyo naman ngayon, uso yung, ay, wala kaming due process, vina-violate ang due process sa amin. Why is the NBI not obligated to give whatever evidence it already has to the person na sinasabpina for investigation?
We have legal reason, Memorandum Circular 48 of the DOJ, during the conduct of investigation by a law enforcement, which is NBI, hindi kami obligated na magpakita at hindi namin pwedeng ilabas publicly. Then also, doon sa freedom of information, exemption yan eh. If it's undergoing an investigation by the law enforcement, hindi mo kailangang ilabas yan. And that is decided case na ng Supreme Court, meron na yan eh.
Actually, ang Supreme Court kapag nagde-decide ng kaso or like yung sa Blue Ribbon na ngayon lang dininay nila yung release of the partial report. Pag ongoing pa yung paggawa, pag deliberative pa, hindi pa siya pwedeng i-right to information.
Although we're having discussions because lumabas na eh, and hindi naman sa amin nanggaling yung unang labas ito. Remember, it's the lawyer of alias Ken.
Opo.
At saka yung exclusive interview ni alias Ken at ni alias Jen, na yun, sanctioned by his and her lawyer.
With the news network, yes.
Yes.
And yung lawyer mismo nila, si Attorney Raymond Palad, nagpapa-interview din. So doon
That's correct.
lumalabas yung
So kami, we are
information.
somehow have to offer also information coming from the NBI.
And you have to validate
That's
yung
correct.
lumalabas doon sa lawyer.
Oh.
Okay, pero puntahan natin si Congressman Leandro Leviste kasi siya ang parang natuturong financier. Ito sa recent na sinabi ko nga na pag-amin na parang yung 5 million ay parang financial assistance, hindi naman siya parang reward. Inamin ba ni Kong Jing na manggagaling yun kay Congressman Leandro Leviste?
Wala siya doon sabi, pero at least the testimony of alias Ken and alias Jen sinasabi nila, consistent para sinasabi. And ang sabi pa nila Lasken, yung mga lawyers din mismo ang nagsabi na ang magbabayad, magpipinance nitong gagawin na to ay si Congressman Libiste.
Okay, tough question. Yan ba ang dahilan bakit nag-abroad si Congressman Leandro Leviste na kasi after nitong lumabas tong honey trap plot na nakonect sa kanya, dati hindi pa siya lumilipad abroad eh. Ngayon biglang lumipad abroad.
I don't know. I cannot say this. What I know, what I can share is umalis siya ng August 2. Magkaibang flight sila ng mother niya, umalis ng August 2. And from my verification, the ticket was purchased only on August 1, yung kay Kong Leandro. And nagpapa-update siya to 12 countries para dun sa visit niya. So hindi ko alam.
So biglaan.
But I think there are may other hinaharap pa sila na issue, which is the issue in the ombudsman na under preliminary investigation already.
Opo, on the solar scam,
Yes.
which I'm going to ask in a while. No? Pero so August 1 lang binili, meaning
It's not a planned trip.
biglaan, it's not a planned
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so sa solar scam po, of course si Ombudsman may sarili yatang field investigation team. Pero I just want to ask, kayo po ba, ang NBI po ba ay involved sa investigation, if any, dito sa solar franchise or scam? Allegedly.
Wala po sa ngayon. No? Although I already received communication from Department of Energy to somehow check yung mga considerations dito and issues.
Being a good friend, sabi ni Kong Leandro, kayong dalawa, does it pain you that you are investigating Leandro Leviste as related to this honey trap plot?
Well, I'm in a difficult situation. It doesn't pain me, but that's in a difficult situation because whatever you will do, merong kampo na magsasabi na kasi pinagbigyan dahil kaibigan. Pagka naman tinuluyan mo dahil yun yung ebidensya, sabihin anong klaseng kaibigan yan. So susundin na lang natin kung ano yung batas, ano yung proseso at saan tayo dadali ng ebidensya. No one is above the law.
Just do your job.
Just do your job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Director Matibag, silipin naman natin ang mga komento ng ating mga netizens. Madaming nanonood dahil kayo ang guest ha. Sabi ni @Genevieve F9X, Jess, please continue your democratic rights. We are behind you. Yes, just continue. At Nessie Mendoza, I50. Para sa akin, siya ang pinaka-aktibong NBI director. Para sa akin din, ako, honestly, wag na kayo mag-react NBI director. Sa akin, syempre, when I recall my political memory, no, ako very active ako politically monitoring our political landscape. Parang hindi, may hirapan ako mag-recall by name ng mga NBI director except si Sir Jaime Santiago, which was also very notable.
Thank you. Salamat po sa inyo. Salamat.
At G. Pan 9933, one of the best cabinet secretary of PBBM. Job well done, Director Matibag. Let's just clarify, hindi po siya cabinet secretary, NBI director, kasi cabinet secretary siya noon ni President Duterte. Sabi naman ni March July Inchang, salute to you, NBI Director Matibag, super sipag at super matalino. Hindi ba super gwapo din? Or
Thank you.
super charming?
Yeah.
Bakit?
Super loving na lang sa asawa mo.
Super loving. Actually, ito ang tough question. Bakit nyo ba nabitag si Kong Ann Matibag? Bakit siya na-in-love sa'yo?
Well,
Paano mo
bakit
siya
nga ba?
niligawan?
Talagang matyagaan kasi
Matagal.
medyo matagal, no?
Ilang
Medyo
buwan
matagal.
ang ligaw or taon?
Matagal, mga 3 months na suyo. Pero araw-araw yun, attorney. I'm driving from Ortigas to Las Piñas, dun siya. Every day yun.
Paano kayo
Every day.
nagkakilala? School?
We were introduced ng common friends namin.
Thank you to the common friend.
Yes, of course.
Sino
So,
man yan.
Ano meron?